next. You have 6 minutes, sir. Go ahead, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Thank you very much, Madame Fournier. We know from the agreement that there were two so-called donors, purported donors, two individuals. We know, based upon the tax receipt that had been issued, that there had been a company, the Millennium Golden Eagle International Canada, that had been listed. Is that correct?
On the receipt, yeah.
The receipt, yes. And you had cited that there was the China Cultural Industry Association that had been corresponding with staff at the Trudeau Foundation. Do you believe that the source of the donation was the China Cultural Industry Association? The true source?
That's why I wanted to have an audit, right, and a forensic audit with everything regarding that foundation. And the legal advice that I received, again, I want to mention that at the time when we gave back the money with the executive committee of the board and those who were there at the time who signed the check, I did not sign the check myself, signed the check to give back the money. From that moment and in the weeks after, I started to read some of these emails. I had no idea about these emails. And I immediately asked for help from lawyers, and the advice that I did receive was, do not give back now. Now that the money was sent back to the foundation, don't give it back now, because we need to understand everything around that donation. So it's not a good idea to send it back. You should just freeze everything, don't touch it, and we're going to ask all of these questions. We will look at the emails at the time, we'll meet witnesses, we'll talk to some of the board members, some of the members, possibly former employees. We'll try to understand what happened with that donation. I cannot answer your question. I was not even there. That's why I wanted to have a forensic audit.
Thank you for that, Madame Fournier. La Presse reported that a foundation document states that one of the foundation's members, who was a director in 2016, phoned a senior staff member of the foundation to say that the real donor was not the same donor as on the tax receipt. Who was that former director and current foundation member who contacted the staff members reported in La Presse? Do you know?
Yes, I do know.
And who was that?
So her name is Farah Mohammed. So she's a member, currently not on the board, and was on the executive committee, was on the board at the time. And in the emails that are part of, the file and the server now at the foundation, she was in these emails of that contract itself and so on. And I have no information regarding these donors. I mean, I was not even there at the time.
Who did she say was the donor? Who did
she did not say.
The check
she did not say who is the donor.
Okay. Upon your review of the various emails between the foundation and the donation, was there correspondence either to or from officials in the PMO?
Can you repeat your question?
Upon your review of the emails, did you identify any emails between the foundation and officials in the PMO, the Prime Minister's office?
I don't have anything with me now, but I vaguely remember some emails with the PMO and Elise Comtois, who was the executive director. I don't have anything with me, but I believe it was like emails regarding, the kind of press release, because there were articles in the newspaper in 2016 about the Chinese donation. I don't remember precisely.
And there were emails from 2016. Can you elaborate on what those emails were? Why was the PMO suddenly contacting the Trudeau Foundation about this donation?
I have no idea.
You have no idea. And were there other emails that you noted other than in 2016 between Foundation and the PMO?
I have not seen other emails. Immediately with the CFO, we immediately reached out to the board with emergency meetings and said, we don't want to look into this matter. We want experts to look into these emails and to understand and reconstitute the past. So I don't have more information regarding.
Okay. On March 1st, you issued a statement in which you stated that the foundation had refunded to the donor all amounts received. Those were the precise words in that statement. Of course, the money had not been refunded to the donor. Who was involved in drafting that statement, and why was it stated that the money had been sent back to the donor when, in fact, that had not happened?
I need a very, very quick response, please.
It was the executive committee of the board of directors. The two individuals who signed the check are Peter Salas and Bruce McNiven with their own signature. And the drafting of the declaration was done with the executive committee of the board. So Peter Salas, Bruce McNiven, Ted Johnson, Martha Durden, and Diane Adam. We drafted that declaration together with some help from on the communication side. And it was accurate that we were actually on that day issuing a check signed by Bruce McNiven and Peter Salas, physically sent to the address that we had on file. So there was nothing incorrect